Kellerman, I thought long and hard about this. First of all, if I'm the Houston Rockets, I don't do it. But if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, and the goal is to get to the finals, I'm Daryl Morey. The first thing I'm trying to do is get James Harden to become a Philadelphia 76er. Ooh. Even if it means me trading Ben Simmons.
Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to another what if scenario. So this could be one of the last videos before the PlayStation 5 drops in less than a week. Make sure to get on board, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I will be doing a scenario that I've been seeing all over social media. Basically a lot of people have been talking about James Harden teaming up with Joel Embiid in Philadelphia, what that might look like for the team. Ben Simmons' name has been floated around for the trade. Seen a few people say, oh, there's a way they could get Harden without losing Simmons. I honestly don't see that. So today's video, I will be trading Ben Simmons and a few draft picks for James Harden of the Houston Rockets. Now, we're going to probably do this for 3-4 seasons. We'll see what team comes out on top. We're going to have a look at the Philadelphia 76ers. We're also going to look at the Houston Rockets. Now, I've turned off injuries for the entirety of this simulation. We want every single player to be 100% healthy. What team is going to be better off in the future? Will James Harden and Joel Embiid win a championship together, or will a team built around Ben Simmons in Houston get the job done? So let's get into it. Let's get this trade done and finished. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get straight in to game number one, and let's actually have a look at the roster. James Harden has joined Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, James Harden still has 2 years to go on his contract, so, we're going to try and keep him around in Philadelphia. I will be playing the part of the GM, so I'll be trying to build a roster that can get the job done for this Philadelphia 76ers team. Now, if you swing all the way to the Houston Rockets, let's have a look at Ben Simmons and what he actually looks like as a Houston Rockets. So Ben Simmons had teamed up with Russell Westbrook, two ball-dominant guards. That's going to be extremely interesting to see how they go. But like I said, I honestly can't wait to get into it. You've got Joel Embiid. You've got James Harden, the two dynamic duo. I honestly believe they actually could challenge in the Eastern Conference Finals if this actually happened. This would be unreal. This would really shake the NBA up, and would have a really exciting second half to the season. Let's get to All-Star break of season number one. We'll see how well this Houston Rockets, this Philadelphia 76ers team is going, and we'll see just how well Houston's going as well. We'll simulate to All-Star break. We'll have a look, and then we will go through to the end of the NBA season. Let's get into it. So this is the trade that was offered to us during the season. Al Horford for Marcus Smart. I think this is a good trade. Bringing in Marcus Smart, a little bit of toughness, and we have acquired Marcus Smart. So I might as well just stop it here. We're basically at All-Star break. We'll just simulate together. We'll let the CPU decide our roster. The All-Star captain's been announced. Do you want to see them? No, we don't want to see any of that. We just want to have a look at our record. But as you guys can see here, 30 and 25. I did expect a little bit more from this Philadelphia 76ers team, but we still need to have a look at the Houston Rockets and see how they're doing. So we're at the All-Star break, 31 and 26. Let's go have a look at the standings, league standings out here in the East. We are actually there, Philadelphia 76ers, 31 and 26. If we head over to the West, let's look at the Houston Rockets. And the Houston Rockets, oh boy, 22 and 34. So they actually have been struggling with that lineup. We'll have a look at the league leaders, and we'll see just how well our team has been going. So James Harden is averaging 27. Joel Embiid is averaging 26. Tobias Harris, 16. We go down here, Marcus Smart, Josh Richardson, and 8 points per game, which is pretty good. Whereabouts is James Harden in the league leading scorers as we go down here? Here he is. So he's averaging 27, 6, and 5. So you could basically say that's a pretty decent stat line. He's Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Oh boy, they are just killing it at the minute. We'll have a look and see. I'm pretty sure they were all-stars as well this season. If we go down, Joel Embiid was an all-star, and James Harden was also an all-star. So, massive. Actually, let's go now. I kind of want to have a look at the stats of Houston Rockets. That's one thing I do want to have a look at. We'll see how well Ben Simmons has been fitting in with Russell Westbrook. So 19, 7, and 8 for Ben Simmons, 27 and 9 for Russell Westbrook, but they are struggling. So let's get through to the end of the season, and then we'll come back and we'll examine just how well we've been going. So LeBron James was the most valuable player, 33.7 rebounds and 10.5 assists. He just keeps getting it done. Spencer Dinwiddie was the 6th man of the year. Giannis, defensive player of the year. Michael Porter Jr., most improved player. Wow. And we got Frank Vogel, 60 and 22. The Lakers finished. That is just absolutely ridiculous. We go down here. Joel Embiid was actually All-NBA first team, and James Harden. Did James Harden sneak in? I don't think James Harden snuck into the All-NBA teams. That's very surprising. So we finish with the 6th seed, and we'll take on Toronto in the first round. Let's go and have a look at some of the stats, some of the player stats, how much we finished on. So James Harden and Joel Embiid, 27.7 for James Harden, 26.2 for Joel Embiid. I mean, that's very, very interesting. I just want to see if Houston actually did Houston make the playoffs. I mean, that's the main thing we want to check. I mean, they were performing pretty poorly, and they didn't. So Houston finished 3rd last with a 33 and 49 record. Let's go and have a look at their stats. We'll see how Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook went together. I mean, Ben Simmons it's still averaging high assist numbers and rebound numbers. Pretty good, 19.5. Russell Westbrook, though, 28, but they missed the playoffs. Let's simulate this first round, and let's see if we can get the job done. So Toronto take game 1. We're actually going to simulate with Simcast the first round here. Toronto Raptors. If it goes to elimination games and we need to win, I mean, Toronto all over us here. How is this even possible? And Toronto run out victors. Have a look at that. 132 to 110. Just a little bit too good at the minute, Toronto Raptors. We're back at home now, though, so we do get the home court advantage, and hopefully we can steal a game. I mean, if we get swept in the first round, that'd be very surprising. I mean, who do even Toronto have? And we're going to lose in the second game. Who did Toronto have? Siakam, Powell, Lowry, Ibaka? Oh my God. I mean, maybe we're going to have to make some trades later on. Maybe some free agent signings, because like I said, I'm the GM. I'm trying to push this 76ers team to a championship. Let's finish this game simulation. So I think Toronto is going to take game number 3, and now they move to 127-104, a 3-0 win. That's very surprising. I mean, our first year in the playoffs with Embiid and James Harden. Let's get into game number 4. All right, let's simulate this last game. I mean, surely we're not going to get swept. I have a feeling we are going to get swept. I mean, James Harden, Joel Embiid, a lot to work on. I mean, it looks like we're going to take game number 4, so we're not going to get swept, I don't think. So we do hold on. Can we come back from 3-0 down? I mean, it's not really been done before, but let's see if we can do it. I mean, we're here in Toronto now. I mean, this is going to go right down to the wire, I think. I mean, we need to slow this down. Maybe, I think we're going to get defeated here, and we do. So we're eliminated in our first run around, our first go together with James Harden and Joel Embiid. Let's actually see who wins the NBA championship. The Lakers were defeated by OKC in the first round. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, OKC have a lot of potential in that team to really build. It's the Pelicans and the Bucks in the finals, and the Pelicans are going to go on to win, I think. The Pelicans... No, Pelicans win the NBA championship. So, year number 1, Pelicans win it. Zion Williamson is your MVP, finals MVP. Very interesting. We're going to go through free agency. I'm going to let you know some of the changes that I've made to the lineup, and then we're going to run it back. I mean, maybe this is a 3-4 year thing with Joel Embiid and James Harden. I'll see you guys at the start of Season 2. So, because Houston made that trade earlier on in the year with us, they actually picked up Anthony Edwards, and I think they also, if you go down here, I think they picked up someone else. If we run all the way down, they picked up Josh Hall. So LaMelo Ball went to the Pacers, which is very interesting. The Thunder, who beat the Lakers, they got the 2nd pick. Wiseman went to the Pistons, and Edwards went to the Rockets, and Patrick Williams went to the New York Knicks. Okay, so let's move on here. Let's go to free agency. Like I said, I'll let you guys know some of the changes that we've made to the roster once we load up and we go for Season 2 for James Harden and Joel Embiid. Okay, Season number 2. So this is the lineup, and we've gone out, we've traded, we've signed. So our 2 big signings were Spencer Dinwiddie. Actually, we had 3 big signings. Spencer Dinwiddie, we got Aaron Gordon, and we also got Joe Harris. Now, you can see Kyle Kuzma is here. I'll just go through some of the people who we actually picked up also in free agency. So we did pick up Kyle Kuzma, Joe Harris, Aaron Gordon, and Spencer Dinwiddie to go alongside James Harden and Joel Embiid. So we go down here. These are the players we've actually signed for the minimum. So we've got Crabble, we've got Trevor Ariza, J.R. Smith, and Nene, just to round out the roster, and Courtney Lee. So expecting a better run at it this season. We were eliminated in the first round. We lost 4-1 to the Toronto Raptors. So we're looking for a big bounce back. I'll get to All-Star break. We'll see how we're going. We'll compare from last season, and we'll just keep pushing through. Joel Embiid and James Harden trying to lead this Philadelphia 76ers team to the NBA championship. Okay, so we've reached the end of the All-Star break. Actually, at the All-Star break, we're currently sitting, if we have a look at the standings, we're currently down here 35 and 22, so we're still right up there again. There's the team that eliminated us last year, so we're going after them. I mean, that's the team we lost to. We have to go after them. Let's have a look at season stats, and we'll see just how well this team's been going. So Joel Embiid, 29 points per game, 20 rebounds. Oh my God, 20 and 20 from Joel Embiid. James Harden, 28 points. He's got 5 rebounds and 7 assists. Spencer Dinwiddie, 17 points. Aaron Gordon, 13. Kyle Kuzma, 12. Joe Harris, and then it goes down the list. So, actually, I want to look at the Houston Rockets. Are they still struggling down below? Here they are. I mean, do they still have Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook? I mean, I'm not too sure if they would have traded them away. They do. They've actually got Anthony Edwards, so, I mean, they're struggling still that they've lost James Harden, so it's very, very interesting. We'll get through the end of the season, and we'll see if we can make up for last year. End of season 2, Luka Doncic, 42 points a night. Oh my Lord, that's got to be one of the highest scoring seasons ever. LaMelo Ball was the Rookie of the Year for the Indiana Pacers. He averaged 15 points and 10 assists. Bol was the Sixth Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac from the Dallas Mavericks was the Defensive Player of the Year. Ja Morant, Most Improved Player, 33 points a night. And Lucas, I don't know who Lucas is, but well done to Lucas. Joel Embiid, yet again, was All-NBA first team. Let's have a look at All-NBA second team. Did James Harden make it in? He did make it in last year, and he has not made it in yet again. So, very, very interesting. We actually finished with the first seed in the East as we go here, 59 and 23. Absolutely unreal. Boston Celtics. Just want to have a look at that Houston Rockets team and see how they're going. 26 and 56. Very interesting. Let's go look at the player stats, league leaders. I mean, Luka Doncic, my Lord. Look at Devin Booker, 37 a night as well. LeBron James, 35. Let's look at the player stats. 30 a night for Joel Embiid. He's rebounding. 30 and 20 for Joel Embiid. How he's not considered for the MVP, that is just flabbergasting. You got James Harden, 29 points a night. And Spencer Dinwiddie, who we got. Aaron Gordon being pretty good as well as we simulate this round. So, I mean, we lost last year, as if you guys can remember, to the Toronto Raptors in the first round. We're actually looking okay right now. Toronto advanced, so it's going to be us and the Indiana Pacers. Oh boy, let's see how way this one goes. We're at home. Surely we can get the job done. An Indiana lead. So this Indiana team is actually led by LaMelo Ball at the minute, and they're going to win. So they're going to go up 3-2. This is absolutely unreal. Unless we can reel it back, we can't. That is crazy. So my recording actually stuffed up. We actually did beat Indiana 4-3. James Harden and Joel Embiid really leading the way. Look at Joel Embiid, 26 and 21, really coming into his prime. So the first, I'd say first round of the playoffs, Luka Doncic just 44 a night. That is absolutely unreal. Giannis plays for the San Antonio Spurs. Are you kidding me? And he's a 99. Oh my Lord, he plays for the San Antonio Spurs. Joel Embiid, James Harden really leading the way. But here it is. We're going up against this Toronto Raptors team, who we did lose to last season in the first round. They're a completely different team. DeMarcus Cousins, Siakam, Michael Porter Jr., Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Chris Dunn. So, I mean, let's see how we go. We got beaten 4. I mean, this Toronto Raptors team is going to beat us here, I think. I think they're going to go on to beat us. There's no way this Toronto Raptors team can beat us. Let's simulate the rest of this round. So we advance. We're going to be taking on the Brooklyn Nets. We get over our hoodoo over the Toronto Raptors, and we'll be taking on Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference Finals. Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Let's go and have a look at the stats and see just how well everyone's been playing. Luka Doncic still 44. Who's leading the way for us? We've got James Harden, 30 a night basically in the playoffs. So he's really leading the way for this Philadelphia 76ers team. So let's simulate this round and let's see what happens. Can we make it through to the NBA Finals with this Philadelphia 76ers team? 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and we advance to the NBA Finals. So they'll be taking on the OKC Thunder. So who's on this? Who's actually on this Thunder team? Let's have a look. Chris Paul. You got Shai, you got Bay, you got Anthony Davis is with the OKC Thunder. So Anthony Davis, wow, he must have signed there. And Steven Adams, the center for the OKC Thunder. This is absolutely unreal. Let's simulate this first game. Let's actually go and have a look at the playoff stats. Can we actually have a look at our play? Well, let's have a look at these team stats. Spencer Dinwiddie, James Harden, 30. Joel Embiid, 29. Absolutely unreal. and we're going through to the finals against the OKC Thunder. So, like I said before, I wanted to see what would happen if Joel Embiid and James Harden teamed up. It's only taken two seasons for them to reach the NBA Finals, so let's see what happens. Let's go through Game 1 and let's simulate this game. I mean, if it's really, really close, I'll jump in. We'll watch like the final few seconds of the game, but we're holding the 76ers are holding a nice lead here, and they're going to take Game 1. So Game 1 is going the way of the Philadelphia 76ers, only just though, 135 to 138. Let's get into Game number 2. I mean, you expect OKC to come back in this and win this one, but oh my God, Philadelphia absolutely blowing them out. So Philadelphia on their way here. It looks like they're going to hold on, and they don't. Wow, OKC come and take it. 36 in the final and 39 in the third. Joel Embiid 28, Anthony Davis 32. So we're all tied up going back to OKC 1-1. Let's, I might slow this down once we get to the fourth quarter, and then we'll really enjoy it and we'll have a look. But we're holding, OKC all over Philadelphia now. This one's getting pretty tight here. Good fight back from the Philadelphia 76ers, but it looks like OKC are going to take game number 3, and they do. So they lead right now. Let's do game number 4. I actually thought that Philadelphia team were gonna get the job done, but OKC hold a nice little lead here again. So it's just teams being blowing each other out in this series, and it's hedging very close. And now OKC lead 3-1. So this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Second season together, James Harden and Joel Embiid, they're in the NBA Finals, and they need to win this game if they're going to be any chance. But OKC just proving a little bit too much at the minute with Anthony Davis and Chris Paul. And we're into the fourth quarter here. It's going to go right down to the wire. I think it is going to go right down to the wire. Let's stop this simulation, and I think Philadelphia may just get beaten in this, and the second season is going to come to an end. So I think that OKC are going to go on and win the NBA championship. I might leave it here with the Philadelphia 76ers. You see Harden launching a 3, so maybe there's a small chance they can come back, but it does not look likely. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What would you think? Well, actually, what would you think if Harden and Embiid teamed up and they were on the same team? They made the finals their second season. I don't know what would happen if we went to a season 3, season 4, and tried to add more to this team. But the OKC Thunder, Anthony Davis, imagine if he went to OKC. That would be absolutely huge. But Philadelphia lose in the NBA Finals their second season with James Harden and Joel Embiid. Houston absolutely just dropped off the radar. But that is where we're going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Philadelphia 76ers, they got to the finals. They just were not good enough to get the job done. And OKC win the NBA championship. Hit that like button. Should Houston and Philadelphia make this trade? I personally believe they should. If Philadelphia are going to take the next step, I think they need to make this trade, and they really need to do something, because this Philadelphia 76ers team just keep getting to that spot where they just can't get over the hump. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button. NBA 2K21 releases next gen next week. I've got a lot of videos planned for that, so get involved. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video on the channel.